Hey LMS, it's Evan Townsend. I'm here to come to you with some advice about how to work out in your basement. Now, I know that quarantine sucks and we're all having to deal with it in our own way. And when I'm not staring at a bunch of computer screens, making sure that I'm making content for you all, I'm working out in my basement as well as hanging out with friends as much as I can, 6 feet apart, and eating well and reading a lot of interesting books and trying to get a lot of good sleep. Immunity is really important. So how do we keep our immune system working? We get a lot of sleep, we eat the right food, and we work out and keep our body in good shape. So this is my chance to give you some of what I do to stay fit in my basement. Or really all you need is like a carpet or even just like, a mat, like a yoga mat, or even a towel, some space in your own room, just like next to your bed. Anything works for you. This is usually how I set it up. So I do like sets. So each one of these that my finger touches is a set. And so I do however many I see. I think I have 30, 30, 30. So I do 30 sit-ups, 30 push-ups, 30 squats. And then I do that back to back to back to back to back. That's so one round of that's a set. And I do 3 of those sets. Okay? Then I just move down the list. This workout's going to take you about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm going to let you decide on what you can do and what you have access to, which is totally important. So I'm going to go through a bunch of different exercise options. I'm going to leave it to you to then create your own set list, so to speak. Have fun with Spotify too. Speaking of set lists, they're a lot of fun to match your music, and there's tons of online like YouTube videos and stuff that can inspire you as well. And then last but not least, I've had many lives. One of those lives was a personal trainer, so I'm happy to help. This is I've never made videos before, but what better time to start than COVID-19 quarantine? Okay, let's go through a couple exercises together. So I normally work out with some body weight exercises to start. What are those body exercises? They're typically just push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. But there's good and bad ways to do all of those things. So here's some push-ups. See the body? It's keeping strong and straight, right? What you don't want is this or this. So try to keep a strong plank, down and up, right? And then if you are needing to modify because you have done a couple and you're tired, totally fine. I do it all the time. I come from the plank down to the knees. Lock the ankles and then just go slow. Good. Second thing, I'm usually doing sit-ups to do this. So when I run around here, there's so many sit-ups. There's literally I think 80 different ways to do a sit-up. We're just going to go through 4. So there's your standard sit-up, which a lot of people put their knees out, come up, slap their knees, okay? Or slap their ankles. What I like to do is going to come up and touch those, or I just come up like that. If you want to increase the difficulty, then you bring the legs out and come in. And if you want to do it really hard, you come up and you slap your feet. Those are some sit-ups. Then you want to do some squats to warm your legs up too. So what does that look like? Typically go down and burst up, right? You don't want to make it clunky. You want to keep good form. So I usually do hands in the center. And then once those elbows touch my knees, that's how I know I've gone down far enough. So 1, 2, and then if you want to throw some fun in there, get some bursts in there, whatever. Just do a bunch of those to get warmed up. Okay, now we've warmed up a little bit. We're going to go through some curls. There's a lot of different ways you can do curls. Those are mostly going to target your bicep, your forearms, and your back. So how do we do that? You could be like me and have your own weights in the house. That's great. But most of us don't have our own weights in the house, and that's fine because you're a normal person. So if you're a normal person, especially during COVID-19, you're probably going to have jugs of water. Turns out a gallon of water is almost exactly 8 pounds. So you can start with curling those. I usually like to stay on my knees when I do curls because it actually works on a lot of those stabilizer muscles that you don't think about very often. So you can either do this, or if you want to do flies, Or what's really good with these is the 8-pound challenge, and you just hold them out for as long as you can. So maybe that's what we can do as a school. Maybe I'll post another video here about the challenge and how you can keep them out. So whoever can keep them out the longest, 7th grade, try to beat 8th grade, 6th grade. Show us what you got, baby. All right, last thing. I'm just going to go through basically just an ab routine. There's lots of different exercises that I know you guys know YouTube better than any adult that you interact with. So I'll leave you to figure out your own YouTube routine. But I will tell you that it's really important to make sure that you focus on your abs and do them after your workout. All of us are talking about how we want like shredded abs and all that stuff. That'll come with time, especially with your age. Don't worry about it. But core strength is important. And that's everything, all of your muscles, everything, your head, all comes from the trunk, the core. So you got to take care of that core. So just remember to do those sit-ups, but this is the one, okay? How do you increase core strength? Planks. Nobody likes them. But there's a reason nobody likes them, because they're hard. So there's a couple ways to do the planks. You can do the standard plank like this. But a lot of people are moving their legs down and doing this. So this is the really hard one. Then you can increase it, like you can tap the hips, or you can do body saws, or you can lift the leg up. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. You're just going to find what you're capable of and see how it goes. Trying to talk as fast as I can because I don't want you to watch this video forever. So hopefully this has helped. And if you guys are interested in this, give us some feedback. We can do a lot more at-home workouts if that's the way you want to go. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your mom and dad, your community, your families, and yourself with exercise, nutrition, get some fresh air, and read a book. Okay, see you guys.